We welcome you back to the 10th Lumber Liquidators PBA event held here in Columbus, Ohio. Mike Scroggins with a big whiff here in the second frame. And Wes Malott, the reigning player of the year, doing the same with some footing issues. And the breeze still almost knocked over that 10-pin. There's Brian Kretzer, unable to take care of the spare.
Right now, it's all about open frames, missed single-pin spares. Brian Kretzer was working on a three-bagger, threw a bad shot, went through the nose, leaving the 310, unable to convert the baby split. Now Wes Malott looking for a double.
Messenger, yeah!
Boy, and he needed that too. That's huge because he was the low scorer out of the four players. Remember, low score goes home. Wes Malott working on a strike, looking for a double. What a time to get this massive messenger.
Palermo will step up now. Osku opened up with a three-bagger, got a 9 spare in the fourth while we were away. Here he is in the fifth.
Right now, Palermo with a mark will be in the 2 teens. Brian Kretzer stepping up now is in the 2-0s, 206. Wes Malott at 198. Mike Scroggins 197 through 5. Nice love tap on the 10 for Brian Kretzer. He said he thought this was his best chance to win a tournament.
Palermo for the spare. Gets it, going back to Kretzer. Yeah, he likes the stop because he says it's kind of the way I bowl. You know, I'm used to keeping an eye on everybody else's scores and just trying to keep moving up the ladder and make my little baby steps. And there's Palermo on top of Kretzer by 12. Scroggins in last, down 21. Needs just to leapfrog one of those guys and he'll get to bowl again. Here's Scroggins in the 6th.
Nice shot there by Mike Scroggins. Behind Wes Malott by just 1.
You can see how easy it is, Randy, to get caught up in the pace of this one. You see Scroggins being a little bit more deliberate after he whiffed on that 7-pin in the second.
But Rob, this pace is exactly the same pace the players use in qualifying. 4 players on a pair. This week, 28 games of qualifying to make it to the top 16. Wes Malott looking for 3-bagger right now.
And there's a 10-pin shy of it.
Well, if he covers the 10, that puts him and Scroggins dead even. But Scroggins is working on a strike. 20, if you think Osku throws it hard with 2 hands, you ought to see how fast he throws it with 1.
For Malott, this will be his 10th top 15 finish of the season, his 4th top 5, his best of the year 2nd at the PBA World Championship.
Remember when his thumb exploded and he ends up losing to Tom Smallwood?
Scroggins tied with Malott for last. Scroggy. Strike number 5. Time now for the Lumber Liquidators. Know the wood. It's the chameleon oil pattern this week, Randy.
39 feet in length, Rob. Area of play will start just right as second arrow for the right-handers, and it'll migrate towards the middle part of the lane as the oil pattern breaks down. Mike Scroggins has the left side to himself, and he will pipe it straight up first arrow. Only 4 300 games this week.
Kretzer, yes! That gets him a double. See a lot of pin action. The Messengers.
Got to be the shirt. That was through the nose. He got a great break tripping the 3-pin out, but it's got to be the shirt.
Not the shoes, but the shirt.
Ohio State? Come on, Rob.
Malott. Yes.
There's some unusual pin carry. I mean,
yeah.
He gets the messenger on that lane, and then something just tomahawked the 7-pin out there. But Wes Malott is trailing Mike Scroggins by 10.
The 7 and the 10 pins today have been resilient. They've had a lot of messengers having to almost double team them to take them down a couple times. Here's Palermo.
Osku in the two teens, Brian Kretzer in the two teens, Scroggins 2-0.
Fourth strike for Osku after a series of 3 spares in a row.
This is fast-paced, man. I'm starting to...
You're sweating a little bit.
Yeah, I'm starting to kind of lose my breath here a bit.
Kretzer down 1. Here he is stepping up in the 8th, looking for a 3-bagger.
Well, another tug shot through the nose, and Brian Kretzer...
I have my fucking hand.
He knows that he's fortunate just to leave the 6-10.
Good break for Kretzer. Scroggins steps up in the 8th. And this for 3 in a row. He leaves the 7.
Vicious, ringing 7. Mike Scroggins was on a double. He was looking to close the deal. Instead, 9 and hopefully a spare.
6-10 pickup for Kretzer. He takes care of that. Scroggins missed the single pin 7 in the 2nd frame. Congratulates himself with the conversion there in the 8th.
You know, and it's tough at times for Mike Scroggins, and it has been on television, those single pin spares, and I think it's because his backswing is a little bit behind him, and if his timing gets a little questionable, he misses those single pin spares left or right.
Boy, when Osku's on, it's fun to watch him just obliterate those pins.
Well, I mean, right now he's throwing a bullet at about 21 miles an hour with a rev rate of about 600 right at the 1-3. Pins really don't stand a chance.
Malott can max at 237. He's looking to get a pair here in the 8th. Little right of target, and that is a tough lead.
And that shot right there might spell the end for Wes Malott. He wanted to double up and get back with Scroggins. Instead, unless he pulls off a miracle, he'll have a tall order ahead of him.
Big shot for Scroggins here in the foundation frame 9th. Gets them all to drop.
And you have to wonder, is Wes still fighting some of those timing issues?
Open frame for Malott. He's going to need somebody.
So many demons in your head after going so good yesterday.
Now you see him, you heard him say so many demons in my head. He was talking to us yesterday saying, you know, the thoughts in my head were at a minimum on Saturday. I bowled really well, maybe the best I bowled all season. When those voices creep in, you're in trouble. Kretzer in the 9th. Off a spare. His 6th strike. Kretzer in good position to move on.
Well, right now, max score for Wes Malott, 205. Mike Scroggins can go spare strike in the 10th frame and shoot 206. Osku's in the 220s. Brian Kretzer in the 2 teens.
Big shot for Wes.
And that's pretty much...
In case I wasn't out of it yet.
Pretty much the end of the day for Wes Malott. You talk about getting kicked when you're down. You know, you're fighting timing, made a couple of errant shots, missed a 10-pin, and then come back, throw a perfect, only to leave a solid 8.
Palermo drops the rack again as Malott steps back up. West came into the week 10th on the Player of the Year points list. Not able to make up much ground this week. Scroggins looking for a double as he begins his 10th.
Right now, Scroggins looking to make the 10-pin, and that will pretty much seal the day for Wes Malott. If he were to miss this, he would shoot 194. Wes Malott could throw all 3 in the 10th to beat him by 1.
Kretzer, the local boy. Unable to convert a strike there. Lives in Dayton. Huge Ohio State football fan, hence his jersey there, scarlet and gray. Scroggins, big spare conversion, and that'll send Wes Malott to the showers. Kretzer drops that, and the Buckeye man will move on. His favorite team, though, actually, Cincinnati Reds, as he told me, by a long shot.